give me 1 sec. Are you on? Okay.
Quick mic check. All right, folks, for those of you tuning in, we got the 12U PWAA Raptors playing the Reston Raiders. I'm filling in for the infamous Joe Colonna. He's got other commitments, so you'll have to bear with my amateur hour. Got about 2:30 left on warm-ups, and then we'll get started. Looks like Biggie will be 10 in the net today, coming off of I believe a 6-5 victory off of the Hurricanes black team. Tough component, and 4 games in 2 days for us. So these guys will be tired tonight. All right, folks, we got about another minute left in warm-ups. Again, this is Scott Boltmere filling in for Joe Colonna. Tough shoes to fill, but I'll do my best. Boys are looking sharp during warm-ups. Second game today. Looking forward to keep it going. Big victory off of the Junior Teens Black team this morning. DJ K. Grimm's getting us fired up. Warm-ups are wrapping up. It's just about puck drop. You can hear the noise in the background. We got the Reston Raiders. They're looking pretty fired up. Boys are doing a quick mid-ice handshake. Our boys are equally looking fired up. Again, coming off a big win. It's just about puck drop. Hang in there. Nice Canadian handshake ahead of. Boys all gave the respective coaches on the other bench handshake at center ice. Will be a nice matchup for their second time. We went to Reston 2 weeks ago. Good performance by our boys. Took both games, swept away. I'm sure the Reston Raiders are looking forward to coming here, and we'll see what they got. Puck drop in about 10 seconds. All right, here we go. We got Tyson squaring off against Reston Raiders number 55. All right, Rentalo with the draw. Picard taking her into the zone. Quick shot across. Great keep by Perini. Perini gets back. Puck out of the zone. Puck leaving the zone. Perini carrying it out. Quickly stop. Not able to make much penetration into their zone. Raiders bringing in ours. We got Rentalo on it. Rentalo fires up the middle. Sykes is able to get it out. No trip. Grimm's carrying her in. Picard carries. Backhand. Glove saved by the Reston Raiders. Easily gobbled that one up. back in the Reston Raiders zone. Peterson on the draw. Wins it into the corner. Got Petey chasing. All right, Fultner out of the zone. Almost. Offsides. So we'll be outside of the zone. Peterson on the draw. All right. He's able to bring it into the Raiders zone. He's got a lot of bodies on him. Yep. He's able to walk away with it. Nicely done, Petey. Keep going, boys. All right, Casey's able to keep it. Mikey Lee gobbles it up. All right, looks like the Raiders are able to take this one out of the zone. Got Fultner able to stop them from entering the zone. No offsides. Okay, Raiders are in their zone. Trying to apply some pressure. First shot. Blocked by Fultner. A clever little backhand out of the zone by Mason. Quick change on Deeg. Nice change, boys. Colonna's got it behind the net. Tries to make a quick move. Gobbled up by the Raiders. Raiders are applying some pressure. Peterson diving to knock it out. Nice out there. Now we're driving into their zone. Peterson's carrying. Quickly gobbled up by the Raiders. Raiders now moving up through center ice. Stopped in the neutral zone before they're able to make entry by Marklees. Casey's now carrying it into their zone. He thinks about it. Gets it deep. Swarmed by Raiders. Raiders are trying to get it out of the zone, but kept in by Holland. Raiders able to take it out and dump it into our zone. A little chip and chase. Nice play by PJ. Clever little move in the back. Gets it out to the side. To Hall to Marklees. Marklees to Holland. Ranger fires off the mask of the goalie for what a save. Nice pass, nice shot. Casey buries it. Beautiful pass from behind the net by Holland. Hall, I think they're all getting assists on this one. Casey buries it top shelf. Beautiful goal. All right, Raptors go up to a quick, early 1-0 lead. 3 minutes into the game. Drop it center ice. Raiders have it, controlling through the neutral zone, carrying it in. Manning, shot, saved by Biggie. A little bit of help by Perini to cover that up. Well played. First real challenge there for Biggie, and he does beautiful, keeping it in front of him, keeping it covered. Be a face-off in our zone. Looks like Casey will take the draw after a beautiful goal. Get us started here. All right. They're scrambling for it. Nice. Out by Hall. Chased by Holland. Carrying it into their zone. We've got Holland and Hall. Oh, pass out front. Just a bit out of reach for Hall. But good check by Holland. Okay, they get it out. All right, moving towards center ice, neutral zone. Holland's all over them. Now carrying it into their zone again. Tries to cross it to Hall. Thwarted by Reston Raiders. Reston Raiders fighting behind the neck, trying to get it out. They're unable to. Our boys are all over them. Still unable to get it out. Great forecheck. Finally out of the zone. Intercepted by Perini. Now, the Reston Raiders are carrying it in their zone, but they got two Raptors crashing into them to take the puck. No penalty, all clean. Ooh, nice fire up. Ice by Perini to Holland. Holland's carrying. Oh, just out of the reach of Marklees. Oh, beautiful pass by Holland out front. Casey and Holland. Beautiful shift. And Hall on his way back. Fultner flips it up into neutral zone. He gets another chance at it. Crashes into a player. Just out of the reach. We got it in deep into their zone now, chasing into the Reston Raiders zone. Out. We got Sykes intercept that in the neutral zone, carrying it in, trying to get it deep into their zone, and stopped by the Reston Raiders. Reston Raiders look like they're going to be able to carry it out. Just got past Grimm. Fultner intercepts. Oh, they got a breakaway. Oh, nicely saved, Biggie. They had a 2-on-0 there. Fultner scrapping his way to get back. He's able to maybe get a little bit of stick in there, but Herculean effort there by Biggie. Biggie's feeling it. He's got a little dance move and shuffle out there. All right, now they're trying to get it out of our zone. Oh, we got Peterson getting it out of the zone, clearing the zone. Oh, there goes Picard. Picard up the middle. Ooh, just missed. He might have got a stick on him. Oh, he sends it out front. Oh, just covered. Mikey Lee's there to try to take out the trash, but unable. Reston Raiders gobble up that puck. Nice save by their goalie. It'll be a face-off in their zone. All right, looks like we got Peterson on the draw. We got PJ and Kelowna on the back. Oh, nice pass out to the point. PJ takes a rip, hits a defender. Now Reston Raiders will be getting it out of the, trying to get it out of the zone. Nicely played. Good pressure there by Peterson. PJ carrying it in the zone, intercepted in the neutral. He gets it deep. The Raiders now have it behind their net, trying to get a breakout pass, but we have Kelowna with a great play to keep it into the zone. We got Picard chasing down low. We got Mikey Lee chasing down low, and it's coming out. Looks like it gets to PJ. PJ keeps it in the zone. Nice pass down low to Mikey. Mikey fires it out front. Goal! Looks like Liam Picard on the receiving end of a beautiful pass. Mikey Lee, what a beautiful pass down low to Liam Picard, who buries it. And we got 2-0 lead. Almost 9 minutes left to go in the first. Nice start for our boys there. Quick shot rather. For the Reston Raiders. That's 2 off Biggie. Biggie makes pretty seamless and effortless saves there. He's looking sharp. We've got Peters gobbled up in center ice. Now move it to the D to D. Now moving it up. Nice little breakout. Ooh. Looks like the Reston Raiders were able to quickly get that. Oh, what a great save. That was by a Biggie. It's now in our zone. We weren't able to do much with it, trying to get it out. Now we got Hall moving it up the ice. Oh, just out of the reach of Peters, unfortunately. We had a little momentum going there. 2 games in a day. A little tough to catch those hot passes, but nice try there. Great saves by Biggie. He had a really probably a blind save there. Reston fired a quick one. Now we got back in our zone. They're fighting behind the net there. Fultner and Grimm trying to fend off. Fultner with a quick stick to take it from their defender. Clears the zone. It's going down the ice. Will they call it? Will they let it go? They let it go. Okay, no icing. It's in their zone. We had Hall chasing. We got now Peters chasing. All right, Peters is able to do a great save to keep it in our zone. All right, we got Hall trying to feed it back. We got Margulies passing it to D. We got Grimm at D on the point. Nice pass down low to Hall. Hall fighting behind the net. We got Casey fighting behind the net. We got Peters fighting behind. All right. Looks like the Raiders able to get it out of the zone, carrying up to the neutral zone, trying to get around one of our defenders. Grimm does a great job pushing to the outside. They're circling back around. Not a lot of time and space with this group here. Raptors are trying to get it out. Fultner finally gets it out. Chips it up the neutral zone. Nope. Oh, and they call an ice. Okay. Icing on the Raptors, so it'll come the whole way down for an offensive face-off for the Reston Raiders in our zone. All right, draw, Rentala on the draw. Run by the Reston Raiders. Quickly fires it. Rentala able to put a body into it. Sykes now has it on his backhand, forehand. Still fighting for it. Puck battle there. The tail end of our zone. Out by Ranger. Holland moving it down ice through the neutral zone into their zone. Quickly stopped. Had a lot of black sweaters on him. They're carrying it into our zone, the Reston Raiders. They pass it back to their D. D carrying it in behind our zone. Stopped by Sykes. Sykes with a nice stick there to keep him from moving. Fired by number 71 on their team from the point of just a bit outside. We got Holland now taking it out of the zone, moving down the neutral zone, carrying it into their zone. Oh, just one too many sticks, one too many moves. Chip through the neutral zone. A battle there. Okay, well, that was picked up by PJ Whittier. Carrying it through the neutral zone, onto the stick of Sykes. Unfortunately, they made one too many moves at the blue line, offsides. So it'll be an offsides by the Raptors. Peterson wins a quick draw into the neutral zone, dumped into the Reston Raiders zone now. Everyone's chipping and chasing. Looks like the Reston Raiders are able to get it out of the zone, into the neutral zone. We got Perini and quick goal. Unfortunate. Brady and Perini were able to get back, but they did a quick boom play on us and able to sneak it into the side of the goal there. Shake that one off, Biggie. All right, now it's 2-1. We got ourselves a ball game. Face-off lost in the neutral zone. A quick shot while entering the zone by the Reston Raiders. Biggie's able to make an easy save. We got Fulton here, tipping one out. Battling with the Reston Raiders there in the corner. They're able to center it. Quickly picked up by Mikey Lee, out of the zone by Mikey. Applying some pressure here in the neutral zone. A quick misstep there by trying to back it up, and then, wow, what a goal. We were able to carry it in, intercept a missed pass there. Well done by Ashton Kusoff. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Way to pick up on a miscue there and take advantage of it. 3-1 Raptors. All right, back out to neutral zone. Face-off lost there by the Raptors. Oh, beautiful shot by beautiful save by Biggie rather. We had number 86 on the Reston Raiders just flying down the ice. Made a quick move around our defenders. Made a beautiful shot, but Casey was there to gobble that up, or at least knock it down. And then the next shot went out of the play. So we got face-off into our zone. Markleese knocks it up. They have a quick shot from the point. Colonna's able to now take it into the corner. Flip it out of the zone. Quick attempted D to D. Casey's able to intercept. Casey's trying to send it out of the zone. It's intercepted by the Reston Raiders. They have it out front. They did a cross. Casey takes it out of the zone. Again, gobbled up there in the neutral zone by the Reston Raiders. Got to give them credit. They're really winning some important battles there in the neutral zone. Picard takes it down into their zone, tries crossing it, not able to connect. He's got it out front. There's a little bit of a scramble out front. Okay, out of the zone now. Cleared out by the Reston Raiders. They're taking it down the zone. No offsides. Close one. PJ with a great back check. Able to get it out of the zone. Ooh, we got a big penalty coming up. Paul just collision with their player who dropped a shoulder. It looks like he's able to skate off of his own reconnaissance. Boy, he took a shot. Penalty coming up here to the Reston Raiders. Looks like the call will likely be an interference. They're getting a minute 30. Looks like number 85 on their player. Interfered at the blue line. Power play coming up. Raptors. All right. Power play draw. Won by the Reston Raiders. Clear the zone. It's sent out. Into the neutral zone, we have Mikey. Gets it up to Peterson. Peterson and Casey. A little back and forth there at the blue line. Eventually gets out. The boys have to clear the zone. And the Reston Raiders just dump it into our zone. No icing. We have Peters sending it down the length of the ice to Mikey Lee. Mikey Lee takes a tough pass. He gets it into their zone. We got Peterson behind the net. He's setting her up. Oh, intercepted by the Reston Raiders. A nice defensive play by them. Unfortunately, we couldn't connect there on a quick pass. We got Peters regrouping into our zone, out of our zone, into the neutral zone, coming with speed across the blue line. Oh, he tries to dump it out backhand behind. Little dump pass. It's picked up by the Reston Raiders, gobbled up by their goalie. Unfortunately, weren't able to sustain any pressure there. Good defensive backchecking. Penalty kill there by Reston Raiders. 24 seconds left on the man advantage here for our Raptors. Face off in the Reston Raiders zone. We have Rentala taking the draw. Won there by the Reston Raiders. They've been doing really well in their face-offs. Ooh, nice little trickery there by Ashton. Ashton's fighting still, scrapping for. We got Preston trying to keep it in, getting it out back. It's gobbled up by, little misstep there. Ashton lost an edge, crushing the boards. We got the Reston Raiders trying to get it through the neutral zone. We got Rentala battling hard for it, trying to keep some sustained pressure on them. Just off the stick of Sykes. Sykes carrying it in through the neutral zone, into their zone. Oh, he looks for a pass. Just off the backhand of Rentala, unable to sustain the pressure. They're trying to get it out. Braden with a great keep on D. He's doing a great job, that young man, trying to keep it in the zone. Oh, a tough shot now that the Reston Raiders carry the ice end to end. Off Biggie's head. Biggie's got it covered. They're going to whistle it. Ooh, a battle out front. Covered up by Biggie. He gets some help from his men, clearing them out, and it is stopped. We'll now have a face-off in our zone. 1 minute and 30 left on the first period. Face-off in our zone. Reston Raiders down 1-3. Minute 30 left. Boys are battling, getting it out of our zone. We got Marklees with some speed. Going through the zone. He meets a defender. Oh, just a great back check by their team. He had some speed. Gets it out to the point. Fultner tries to fire one into the blocker or the pads of the winger there. We got Grimm back. Grimm with a nice, just off of one of our guys' sticks, so there will be no icing. It tipped it before it got into their zone. So no icing. Fultner, center ice, gets the puck. We got two Reston Raiders going into the zone. We got Fultner and Grimm there. We got Grimm behind the net, pushing to the outside. We got Fultner covering. We have sustained pressure here by the Reston Raiders. There's a puck out front. Fultner battling for it out front. Then we got Margulies coming in to take it out of the zone. Just sends one up the neutral zone. Just out of reach. Oh, there's a scramble out front. About to Fulton Air, keeping it in. We got Liam battling for it. Brim's battling for it. Everyone's keeping it in, trying to keep it in the zone. Just out of the reach. There's a whistle. Ooh, looks like they're going to be calling Chris Grimm for. All right, looks like there's a penalty coming to the Raptors. I'm just trying to get confirmation on what that was. It looks like there will be a man advantage for the Reston Raiders. It'll be a face-off now into our zone. All right, still no idea what that call was, but nonetheless, we are down a man. There was a face-off in our zone. We had Peterson. Oh, high stick. Thank you. Our cameraman there, Mike Grimm, let me know that his son Chris got a high stick. That's the call. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. That's the end of the first. 3-1 Raptors. We'll take a quick break and we'll get started here in the second period. All right, 50 seconds left, and we're going to get started here in the second period. Again, Raptors up 3-1. These boys played a really hard game just before this, but that's why they're young. And that's why they practice. They're well conditioned and they're ready to roll. They look fired up for the second period. Let's see how it goes. 3-1 lead. Second period, puck's dropping about 20 seconds. All right. Looks like puck drops here is imminent. Again, we're down a man still. Again, this is Scott Fulton there filling in for the infamous Joseph Colonna. Thank you, Joe, for thinking of me. I have a newfound respect for your skills. All right, just a slight delay here. I think they're trying to figure out how much to put on the penalty still. All right, puck drop draw one there for the start of the second period, but the Reston Raiders intercepted the neutral zone, carried into our zone. PJ still battling. What a great little use of the body there by PJ. That young man is selling back there. We have such a great defensive group there, as well as offensive, obviously. These kids are buzzing. All right, now we got it out of the zone. Way to get it up the ice there. Oh, chip coming. All right, chip coming. Peterson takes a stick to the legs in the neutral zone. Penalty coming up to the Reston Raiders. There'll be an offensive draw for us here in their zone coming up. Penalty to number 57 on the Reston Raiders. He'll get a minute 30. And now it's 4-4. So it'll be even for the time being. Reston Raiders able to get it out of the zone into ours. There's a foot race by Braden. And number 85, eventually 85 walks away with it. They get it out to the point, just a bit outside there. High shot by the Reston Raiders defender over the head of Biggie. But we have a couple of bodies there to try to battle for it. Braden's unable to get it out, unfortunately. Oh, what a save by Biggie. Whew. Unable to get it out there. Tough battle by the Reston Raiders to keep it into their zone. They fire one off Biggie. Tough angle shot, but Biggie with a beautiful save. Able to take it off the pads into the glove. He gobbles it up. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Reston Raiders. And the power play line switching it up a little bit. Try to get some fresh legs out there. So we got Margulies out there on the draw. It's deep into our zone. We have Periniak there battling with their guys. Looks like he comes out on the positive end of that one. Great battle behind the boards. He takes on two Reston Raiders. Gets it out of the zone. We got Margulies now coming up through the neutral zone. We got Mikey Lee crashing the front. Oh, Casey gets it out front. Sits in the crease there for a hot second. All right, now we'll have a man advantage. For about 30 seconds, we'll have a power play line. Apologies, I guess we didn't have a power play line just until now. We have a man advantage. Okay, we're battle down in our zone. Looks like we're able to quickly get it out. Well done by Ashton. Ashton gets her out. Sitting there on the blue line. Okay, there's battle here. Come out in the receiving end of that. Perini's carrying it in to their zone. Perini now carries behind their net. Guys who can make a move out front. Intercepted. Margulies has it. There's a guy out front, tries to cross it. Nice look. Oh, just dribbles out of the Reston Raiders zone. Reston Raiders now even. They were able to make a penalty kill. We were able to make a penalty kill. It's all even strength. Raptors making a quick change. Now we got the Reston Raiders now carrying it up to the neutral zone. Trying to make entry into our zone. Gets intercepted by Grimm. Grimm and Hall trying to get her out. Reston Raiders able to keep it in, get it low, pass out front. Oh, they just were able to poke it in. Goal, Reston Raiders. Cross one out front, able to slam it home. All right, guys, we got a ball game here. 3-2. All right, Reston Raiders draw first blood here in the second. 3-2. It's a tight game. All right. Raptors make an entry into their zone. Halsey sends one out front, behind the net. Picard sends it to D. Kelowna makes a quick move at the back, keeps it in. The blue line battling. Kelowna on the positive end of that one wins it. Picard rips one, tight shot. Rebound. They're battling for it. The Raiders able to clear the zone. It's in the neutral zone. We got Peterson trying to get it out. Raiders make entry. PJ steps up to try to get a stick on it. Raiders make entry to the front. Oh my goodness gracious, good golly. Wow. Biggie. There was a wide open net. Puck was sitting there. Reston Raider tries to keep it low, but Biggie dives across the crease. Hits the puck, goes out of the zone. He is now raising the roof, and rightfully so. What a celebration. Well-earned one by Biggie. My goodness, what a save. All right, face-off. Deep into our zone. Intercepted by Sykes. Sykes sends it up the ice to Holland. It's in the neutral zone. We got a couple players battling for it. Reston Raiders walk away with that one. Carried into our zone. Picked up by PJ. Stops the crossover. All right, with Sykes now take it into the neutral zone. Little chip and chase there. Holland picks it up into their zone. They're battling across the boards there. Looks like they're going to be able to get it out, though. We have Kelowna on a foot race for number 9. Kelowna with a battle, comes across, no penalty. What a battle. We got a couple players down, though. Kelowna in a collision with number 9. They're both up and well and good, but we have PJ slow to get up. Oh, I hope it's okay. PJ's going to limp off. A lot of tough battles there on the boards. He's up on his own, but he's hurting a little bit. Let's see what's going on. All right, looks like PJ's able to get onto the bench. Players are checking on him. He said, I'm okay, but we'll keep an eye on that. Face off outside of our zone, now battling for it in the neutral. We got Mikey and against the boards there. We got Braden against the boards. Braden ultimately walks away with that, sends it into their zone. Quickly back up the ice, though, unfortunately. Reston Raiders have it. Great play by Rentala to stay with him. Great back checking by our forwards. Per usual, we got Peters now making entry. A couple numbers out front, and unfortunately could not catch one of their sticks. Out of the zone now, up the ice, into ours. Got Reston Raiders making a behind the net movement. They're cycling the puck in our zone. Great defense by Perini. Perini grabs it off it, sends it up the boards. Off the glass. There's a whistle, however. Not sure what that is. It stays in their zone. Stays in our zone, rather. Looks like it hit the player, went out of play. So it stays in their zone. Face-off draw. We win. We get it out of the zone, up through the neutral zone. We got Peters flying through the neutral zone into their zone. He gets his head down, making entry behind the net, knocked down. No call, all clean. There's a battle in there, some numbers on both sides. We got Mikey Lee staying strong. We got Peters up against the boards. Peters walks away with it. What a beautiful move. Peters fires! Goal! Peters, what a scrappy goal. A battle on the boards. Mikey, Peters involved in there. We had numbers out front, too. Peters gets the rebound, I think, to his own shot, and then buries it. Raleigh Raptors up 4-2. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left to go in the second period. All right, 4-2 lead, Raleigh Raptors. Rolling here. Got Fulton with the puck. Fulton up to Picard. Picard. Oh, forgot the puck. That's all right. He's going to skate back as he always does. Scrappy little back checker. That a boy. Picard, see? Grabs it. Gets it up through the neutral zone. He's going to stay with it. Yep, there he goes again. Good scrappy play there, Liam, to get the puck. Now we got another battle in neutral zone. Looks like that would be Hall. All right, Chris Grimm has it in our zone. Gets dumped behind. Grimm with a nice pass up. Fires it up to Hall. Hall! Oh, he buries it. Ashton from a beautiful pass from Hall. Boy, Picard, Hall, and Ashton. My goodness, boys. Great effort. Great effort to keep that puck in the zone. A lot of great movement out front. Raleigh Raptors up 5-2. Puck intercepted in the neutral zone by Sykes. Offsides. Offsides while trying to make entry there. One too many moves on the blue line by the Raleigh Raptors. Face off outside of Reston Raiders zone. Draw one by the Raiders, but now that's in the neutral zone. Picked up by Holland. Holland dumps and chases, sends it down the the length of the ice there. All right. Holland and Peterson battling against the boards, trying to keep it in the zone. Sykes comes across, makes a move, trying to keep it in, coughs it up, unfortunately at the blue line, gets it out into the neutral zone. He's still trying to stay with it though. Nice back check, boys. All right, Preston's up to the middle. He hits Peterson, just off Peterson's pads. Raiders able to gobble that up though. They got numbers. Little 3-on-3 action here. They send one over the net. It's picked up by Kelowna behind the net. Sends it up the boards. Boys are on the way to a breakout. Oh, it gets stopped by a Reston Raiders player while they're making a change off the bench, but no, not too many men. Looks like that was clean. It's okay, but we got PJ intercepting it, grabbing the puck. Great to see him back out there. Looks like he's all well and good. Boy, there's a lot of numbers out there trying to keep that puck in. Raiders are successful in getting it out and clearing the zone. They dump and chase, able to get a change and some fresh legs. We got PJ back there again. Great to see him out there since he was a little slow to get up there last time. He took a nice little shot. No penalty. Stick knocked out of the hand of Peterson as he's trying to make entry. We got Holland and number 88 on their team wrapped up, but they ultimately call Holland. A lot of stick battles there, and it looks like we just played a little too close to the sun there. That was close. All right, looks like we're going to go down a man here. We got Holland, Ranger Holland there with a little bit of a mix-up there. All right, Holland's being the grab some pine there for the next minute 30. Man advantage there for the rest of the Raiders, but we got Petey stealing the puck from him. Man down. Oh, and he goes forehand, backhand. A tough play out front. Great save by the goalie, but then their defender crashed so hard into the boards. Oh, thank goodness. Looks like they're able to get up. Okay, Reston Raider player went down hard, trying to catch up with Peters on a back check. Coach is out there. Player gets up. Looks like they're going to be just fine. A hard-fought play by Peters. My goodness. He went out there with a hurry. Took that puck from their player in the neutral zone. Flew into the zone. Tried going forehand, backhand. Their goalie made a nice save. The defender crashed in the boards. But thank goodness their player was able to get up. So it's a whistle into their zone. Looks like we will still be down on a man. Penalty kill unit out there. Almost got a shorty. Great effort. Ooh. Their player tries to get it out of the zone. Hits the side of their net. Almost hit the bar there. Nonetheless, Raiders able to get it out of their zone. Able to get it into ours. But we have Perini back there on the penalty kill. Quickly grab it. We had Peters trying to hit Casey for a stretch pass, but one went right, one went left. That's how it goes sometimes. That penalty kill unit doing pretty darn good, though. Already wasted half the penalty. There's only 48 seconds left, and they almost got a shorty in the process, so we'll take that out of that performance. Now it looks like we'll have Rental on the draw, and we'll have the Fulton Grimm defensive pairing out there. Fulton has it behind our net, trying to get it out. Kept in by their team, just out of the reach of Grimm behind the net. With Grimm and it's in his skates. Got Reston Raiders trying to get something going out front. Battle out front. Great play by Chris Grimm. Slides across one knee, takes it from him, gets it out of the zone single-handedly. Oh, and now the Raiders now turn and get the puck in the neutral zone, come down, gets it deep into our zone. We have a couple numbers out there. Ooh, player left wide open out front, but tries to shoot, fire it. Shoots high, get it out of the zone now. Tyson now carrying it through the neutral zone. Into theirs. Now it's going to be even strength. Holland gets out of the box. The Reston Raiders have a couple numbers in there in our zone. Even strength now. Puck out of their zone. Holland's carrying it down after spending a minute in the penalty box. Tries to cross it out front. Mikey Lee sends one. Oh, picked up and intercepted by Chris Grimm at the blue line. Fultner and Grimm keeping it in. Those boys kept it in. Mikey Lee now is trying to get a change. Puck goes right to him, though. If, again, Fultner and Grimm keeping her in. Reston Raiders now carrying it into our zone. Fires it off of Biggie. Biggie saves it. Uh-oh, looks like a penalty's coming up. Not quite sure who that's against. But a penalty coming up. Whistle blown in our zone. Oh, looks like Chris Graham on our team is getting a penalty. Not sure what the call is. A little hard to see from this angle. Neither here nor there. There will be a man down for the Raleigh Raptors. 4 and 5 coming up for the Reston Raiders. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the second period. Raptors up 5-2. They're able to clear it out of their zone. Looks like there'll be an offsides. The Reston Raiders, if they're trying to make entry. Offensive face-off opportunity here for the Raleigh Raptors, but we are down a man. So penalty kill units out there. I got Kelowna and PJ rather, on D pairing. Trying to keep it in the zone. We got the Reston Raiders get it into our zone, no icing. PJ has the puck, battling for it in the corner there. Scrapping along, no penalty. Couple players knocked down, good physical play right now, all clean. Again, PJ just relentless in the corner there, battling for that puck. Ashton's able to get it out, and maybe that's Hall. Either of them able to. No, they did get it out, and it is an offsides now. Okay, nice battle there by Hall and Ashton to get it out. PJ and Kelowna also helping out there to get her out. PJ battling hard after taking a nasty spill earlier. Austin, see that young man up. 45 seconds left in the penalty, so they're about halfway through this penalty kill. Braden's able to just chip it into the neutral zone, get it in and out of our zone. We have Peterson now trying to make entry. No trip. Little stick action from behind by the Reston Raiders. Peterson's down. Oh, they're making entry into our zone. Their player carries it through 5 players on our side, or 4 players rather, but he got a shot off rather. CJ's able to make, Biggie's able to make a save. We got Peterson now making entry. Peterson fires it just over the shoulder and crossbar, number 72. That would have been a beautiful shorty, but we got Raiders now making entry. Blocker save. Pad save, rather. Biggie gobbles her up into the glove. .240 left. Second period. Raleigh Raptors up 5-2. Biggie making some great saves. It'll be an offensive zone opportunity here for the Reston Raiders. Face-off one, Reston Raiders. Fires one. Biggie able to make a great save, blocker save, and gobbled up between his legs. All right, another offensive zone face-off for the Reston Raiders. We got Casey on the draw. Casey with the wing goes right through him, carrying it out of the zone. Great offensive zone win. There's backhand, forehand on the face-off draw and just whipped it right out of the zone. We got numbers here. Fultner stops the Reston Raiders, making a quick, fast entry. We got Sykes now through the neutral zone. Fires one. Glove save by the Reston Raiders. Sykes goes high glove side. Goalie makes a great save for the Reston Raiders. Nice play there by the Raleigh Raptors to quickly thwart their odd man rush by the Reston Raiders. They had a 3-on-2. Sykes went 1-on-1, fires one, gobbled up. Now we have a face-off in their zone. Face-off won by Rentala. Ball to D by Grimm. Fulton chips it deep into the zone. Petey chases. Ooh, tough battle. Physical battle in the corners there. All right, out to the point. Fulton keeps it in. Reston Raiders just send it across the neutral zone. Fired into our zone. They call off the icing. So Grimm chases behind our net. Nice little move behind the net. Grimm sends it up for the breakout pass. The Hall just off Hall's stick a little bit. All right, carried up to the neutral zone. We got Hall and Rentala. Rentala behind the net. Grimm's able to keep it in at the point. Rentala's trying to work it behind the net. We got Halsey now behind the net. Reston Raiders have it on their tape. Unfortunately, the Reston Raiders look like they're going to make a quick breakout pass up the center ice. Fulton makes a stick, makes a reach, not able to grab it. Fulton gets back. There's a battle now in our zone against the boards. A couple of Raptors, a couple black sweaters out there. Fulton gets it to Peters. Peters trips. Now it's behind the net. Grimm has it. Grimm tries to get it out. These boys keep trying to get it out. Reston Raiders, relentless, keeping it in. Reston Raiders trying to get it deep. In Grimm's skates. 30 seconds left. These boys are desperate to try to get it out of the zone. Looks like Peters gets it on his stick. Still trying to get it out of the zone. Reston Raiders just absolutely relentless. Biggie with 2 big saves. 88 was able to get his own rebound and fire it again. "15 seconds. Offensive zone face-off for the Reston Raiders. That line looked tired. Biggie with a face mask save. Way to use your head there, son. All right, is this an offsides or a penalty coming up? Looks like it'll be an offsides. Pretty scary collision there. Some confusion there as well by the players, thinking that they got a penalty and they did not. It was just an offsides. There was a pretty big collision there. Glad everyone's all right. Won by Holland. Only 2 seconds left. And that'll be the buzzard. All right, we'll take a quick break. Raleigh Raptors on 5-2, heading into the third. All right, folks. 5 seconds left, and between the Now in the start of the third period, puck drop here very shortly. Again, thank you for bearing with me while our fearless Joseph Colonna takes a quick sabbatical, hopefully just for a game. I don't know how he does this. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and it's been a great hard-fought game to call. We've got the Raleigh Raptors here, 5-2, start of the third, puck drop now. Ashton on the draw, picked up by the Card. Card carries into their zone. Card, backhand, saucer across the middle. I don't know how those boys do that, but it's a beautiful pass out front. Nobody there. We got PJ now carrying it down low. Picked it up on the point. He tries to center one to Holland, just beautifully tipped by their players. Colonna comes across, though, keeps it in. Raiders able to clear it out. They get a quick stretch pass to number 86, PJ, with a beautiful back check. He's playing a game. Gets it out to the Reston Raiders. Get it out to their points. They're firing it, trying to get some traffic out front. Picked up on the glove. Like hard, passes it to him. Quick drop it to himself and fires it in for a goal. Just beats Petey over the right blocker. Sniped that one. All right, 5-3. 2-goal lead by the Raleigh Raptors. Hang tight, boys. All right, face off center ice here. Drop. Reston Raiders come up with it. They're carrying it through neutral into our zone. Great back check by Casey to get it out. Picked up by Peterson, center ice, carrying it into their zone. Makes a beautiful move. Fires it off of the face mask. Great save by their Reston Raiders goalie. Both goalies have played very good today. There's some confusion. They thought there was a whistle. Play continues. It's into our zone. Perini with speed to pick up the puck. Makes a move in front of our net, but gets it up. Beautiful footwork. Mikey Lee trying to get it over to Peterson. Peterson's able to pick it up. Carry it across. Oh, just fires it high. After a beautiful toe drag, he has the puck on his stick and keep it in. Peterson is all over this guy. Kept in by Perini with the hands. Perini fires one. Gobbled up by the goalie. Mikey Lee trying to bury it from a rebound. Goalie put some pads on it. It's blown dead. All right, 11-11 left here in the third. Offensive face-off for the Raleigh Raptors in the Reston Raiders zone. We got Renzel on the draw, Sykes on the wing, Peters on the wing. Sent the length of the ice by the Reston Raiders, picked up by Biggie. He will hold on to it. Whistle blown. Face-off in the Raleigh Raptors zone. All right, again, Renzel on the draw in our zone. We have Grimm and Fulton here as the defensive pair. Renzel wins it back. Grimm picks her up behind the net, tries to send it up. Oh, he's able to get it out. Sykes battling hard against the boards to keep it out. Back into our zone. Grimm sends it back down behind the net. Peters picks it up. Renzel is trying to get it out. It's kept in. Oh, what a great back check by Petey. Puck's out there in the neutral zone. Wow, what a pass by Grimm to Peters. Peters snipes it over the goalie's glove hand. Top right. Top left, rather. Snipe Peters from a beautiful pass by Chris Grimm. Wow. 6-3. Raleigh Raptors lead. 10:24 to go. Petey had some beautiful shots in the first game and just missed. Some confusion here on the draw.
Goalie wasn't ready. You're on.
Because the goalie wasn't ready and they dropped the puck. All right. Regroup here. Face off one by the Raleigh Raptors. Ashton with a nice draw. Kelowna rather, battling for it. Raiders make entry. Shot off of one of our guys into the corner. Ashton tries getting it out. Weird bounce behind the net. Kelowna with a nice little backhand to his D-to-D partner behind the net. PJ with a nice outlet pass up the middle there to Casey. Taken by the Reston Raiders. Just can't get it out. Fires it off of Kelowna. Kelowna with a block. Takes one for the team there off the left shoulder. Hall gets it out. Hits it, chips it up to Casey. To Ashton rather. Ashton with a toe drag up to the middle. Ranger calling for it. Opportunity there. We got Kelowna now battling with one of their guys. One-on-one. Pad save by Biggie. Guy's able to get a shot off. We got Ranger flying into the zone. He's got a guy on him, but Ranger put into the boards. No call. Nice physical game here. Both sides. Raiders able to get it out of the zone, send it up. We got Braden Carlson, scrappy young man, is able to win that puck battle, get it out. Send it over to Perini. Perini gets it up to neutral ice. A little collision there, a little white-on-white action. We got Margulies battling for the puck against the boards against the Reston Raiders. Reston Raiders able to chip it into our zone. Perini's able there to get there. Battle with him, sends it up to Picard. Picard's going up the ice with speed, got numbers, 2-on-1. Nice little cross by Mikey Lee to get out front. We have one of the Reston Raiders, though, making a nice back check against our players. We got now a 2-on-2 action going on. Reston Raiders trying to cross it out. Biggie blocks, makes the first block, and we got Fultner trying to help him out there. Fultner sends it up the ice to Picard. Picard able to one-handed poke it out of the zone, trying to get it to Mikey. Reston Raiders get it in the neutral zone, send it down into ours. We got Fultner now pick it up. He's trying to get it out. Intercepted. Biggie with a great save. Young man's playing fantastic. Picard able to now finally get it out. Great play by Picard to get it out of the zone. Reston Raiders poke it in. There's numbers. Off the post. They had a 2-on-2. Both of our defenders went for the same guy. We got lucky there. They had a guy wide open out front. All right, we got Chris Grimm trying to get it out. Oh, no. Oh, delayed penalty on our guys. We had numbers, 3-on-1 out front. Nothing Biggie could do there. All right, these Reston Raiders are really trying to stay in this game. 6-4, still Raleigh Raptors, but a lot of ice time, a lot of ice to play, a lot of time to play, rather. 7:05 left in the game in the third. Okay, 6-4, here we go. Puck drops on our ice. Raiders taking it in. Petey, he's not giving up. Behind the net, gets it up to PJ to Petey. Peterson. There we go. Peterson to Petey. Petey fires one off the blocker. All right. Able to maintain possession. Peterson makes a quick circle shot. Goal. 7-4 Raleigh Raptors. It's a hard-fought goal. Well played, boys. Peterson's got a fist pump going, rightfully so. He worked hard for that goal. Great game by that young man. Face off center ice. Rensula battles. Braden's able to keep some black sweaters from making entry. Rensula's got it in the neutral zone up to Holland. Raiders carrying it up to the neutral zone, making entry. They get it behind our net. We got Perini there battling hard. Rensula's now chasing. Petey makes the first save. Perini puts some lumber in there to poke it out to the corner. Ooh, off Carlson's skate, able to redirect it into the corner. Probably made Petey a little nervous, but 86. Reston Raiders makes a quick corner shot. Hard angle shot, but buries 7-5. These Raiders really battling hard, stay into this. 7-5. 5:46 to go. All right, Reston Raiders battling hard there. Puck battle in the corner. Fulton, they were able to get it out of the zone, get it up. Mikey Lee's now carrying it into the Reston Raiders zone. Oh, he's bumped off the puck. No call. Reston Raiders now trying to get it out of the zone. Oh, but Picard and Marklee's able to swarm him, keep it in the zone. They're battling hard behind their zone, or behind their net, rather. We got PJ and Fulton out there. Looks like they switched up the D just a little bit. Our guys are probably feeling a little bit tired. PJ, they're able to make a nice play to keep those black sweaters from making entry. Got Fulton behind the net, picks it up, fires it to Picard to get it out of the. Oh, Picard able to get it out of the zone. Good. All right, now we have Casey racing, picked up in the neutral zone. Fulton and PJ trying to connect behind the net. Fulton gets it out front, sends it out. Looks like an offsides will be called. And the Restorators trying to get it into our zone, just a bit offside. It'll be a center ice draw coming up. 4:18 left in the game. Raleigh Raptors up 7-5. All right. Reston Raiders trying to make entry with some momentum. But Raleigh Raptors were able to send it out of the zone. Are they going to call it ice? Oh! Petey on a foot race to get there. Looked like he had it, but great effort by Petey. Boy was flying. Ryan made a good effort there to try to keep it from being an icing, but icing is the call. Offensive zone face-off coming up for the Reston Raiders. They have too many men on the ice, though. A little mix-up on who's who. All right, they're all set. 5-on-5 action here. A couple minutes left. See if the Raleigh Raptors can hold on after a really tough 6-5 victory earlier today. That's a really tough Junior Canes team. We got Preston Sykes making entry into the zone. This Reston Raiders team is relentless, though. They have it behind their net. We got one of those, too. Petey keeping their end, getting it deep in the zone. Kelowna battling to keep it. Unfortunately, Reston Raiders able to get it out of the zone. They're coming up the ice with some speed. Perini gobbles it. Perini, one-man show out there, gets it out of the zone, carrying it up to the neutral zone. Makes entry, looking for numbers. Tries to cross it out front. Unfortunately, cannot. We have a guy. Oh my goodness, Peterson intercepts it. Peterson's putting on a clinic out there in terms of back checking and keeping it in the zone. They have shown no signs of exhaustion at Peterson and PD line. I'm tired just talking. I can't even imagine how these boys feel after these two hard-fought games. They keep going. That's why they're the Raptors. All right, here we go. Carlson battling in center ice in the neutral zone. A couple bodies against the boards there. Raiders make an entry in our zone, trying to get deep, trying to make something happen with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. They send it out front, out to the point, just a bit outside. They keep it deep. We got Braden battling in the corner. That young man is fighting hard. Braden walks away with it, gets it up to his winger. Ashton trying to get it out. Reston Raiders team able to keep it in. Puck's down low. Raiders player walks away with it. Right up. Beautiful save by Biggie. Ashton clears the zone. Knocks it up hard to the neutral zone. That was a big play. Big time save. Minute 45 left. Raiders not giving up. Neither of these Raptors. What a game. Puck trying to get Reston Raiders trying to get it deep in our zone. Goes off a body into our bench. It'll be a draw in our zone. 2-goal lead. Minute 37 left in the third. Marklees lines up for the draw. Raiders pull their goalie. Some 6-on-5 action here for the last minute 30. Fulton battling behind the net, trying to get it out. Reston Raiders walk away with that one, trying to get something, traffic out front. Backhand, big save by Biggie. There were numbers out front. Biggie is able to put some leather on that puck. Whistle called, minute 19 left. Looks like the Reston Raiders will take their timeout. We've got a quick pause here, and then we'll have a puck drop at a minute 20. All right, folks. Minute 19 left. Third period. 7-5. Raleigh Raptors. Draw in our zone. Raiders with the man advantage here, or rather an empty net. 6-5. In terms of numbers for the rest of the Raiders, they try to get it out front. Our boys are all over it. Peterson knocks it into the neutral zone. Marklees in a foot race. Cleared out of the zone, though, by the Reston Raiders. They have numbers coming up through the neutral zone. 86 from the Raiders. Tries to cross one out front. We have PD putting on a clinic in terms of back check. We got Peterson and PD trying to get it out. Pokes it out to Peterson by PD. Oh, a hit from behind. No call. Another one. There's a little scrap there out front. No call. No call, but there was a offsides, it looks like. Peterson able to keep his head after a nice little hit from behind there. Gotta love this game. Way to keep their head there, though, Raleigh Raptors. Raleigh Raptors trying to make entry into their zone. They reinstated the goalie. The Reston Raiders did, that is. Peterson's able to make entry, though. We got Petey and Peterson. You hear me say those names a lot. Those boys are skating hard today. They get it deep, but the Reston Raiders are able to clear the zone, get it up, but PJ intercepts it in the neutral zone. PJ staying with them, knocks it out of the zone again. A great game by this young man today. Petey and Peterson's trying to keep it in the zone. Gets it out to PJ. 1 second left. Looks like the Raleigh Raptors are going to walk away with this one. Wow. 7-5. Another Raleigh Raptors victory. Beautiful performances all the way around. Hats off to both goalies, but Biggie, the victor here. Drew with a great performance. Both of these goalies today, Guido and Biggie, 2 for 2. We'll call that a night, folks. I'm looking forward, as I'm sure you are, to having Joseph on the line for our next games tomorrow. 2 back-to-back tomorrow. Again, 4 games, 2 games. So far, 2-0 for the Raleigh Raptors this weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, folks.